Good morning, Miss Ella and my friend. I would like to present our presentation about assessing listening. My name is Ignacia Rea Wirinda, and these are my friend Nabila Ayu Larasati and Januarius Suryo Prastyo. There are four basic types of listening, and the first is intensive listening for a perception of the component, such as phonemes, words, intonation of a larger stretch of language. And the second, extensive listening to develop a top-down global understanding of spoken language. And the third, selective processing stretch of discourse, such as short monologues for several minutes to scan certain information. And the fourth is responsive, listening to a short stretch of language to make an equally short response. For the responsive, it will be explained by Group 2. This is the first basic types of listening and is intensive listening, and that is paraphrase recognition. Listening comprehension micro skills is words, phrase, and sentences which are frequently assessed by providing a stimulus sentence and asking the test taker to choose the correct paraphrase from a number of choices. This is the example of intensive listening tasks, and this is paraphrase recognition, sentence paraphrase. Test taker here. Hello, my name is Keiko. I come from Japan. And test taker, the correct answer is C. Keiko is Japanese. In the above item, the idiomatic come from is the phrase being tested. And this is the second example. To add a little context, a conversation can be the stimulus task to which test takers must respond with the correct paraphrase. This is the dialogue paraphrase. Hi Maria, my name's George. Nice to meet you, George. Are you American? No, I'm Canadian. And the correct answer is C. George comes from Canada. Here, the criterion is recognition of the adjective form used to indicate country of origin Canadian, American, Brazilian, Italian, etc.
The second one is extensive listening. Extensive listening includes communicative stimulus response tasks. The test taker is presented with a stimulus monologue or conversation and then is asked to respond to a set of comprehension questions. The monologue lectures and brief conversations used in such tasks are sometimes a little contrived, and certainly the subsequent multiple choice questions don't mirror communicative, real-life situations, but with some care and creativity, one can create reasonably authentic stimuli, and in some rare cases, the response mode, as shown in one example below, actually approaches complete authenticity. Here is a typical example of such a task. This is the example of communicative stimulus response task. There is a dialogue between Doctor and Lin, and there's also a multiple choices, and the test taker have to answer only one suitable answer. And this is another example of communicative stimulus response task. In this case, test takers are brought into a little scene in a crime story. The questions following are plausible questions that might be asked to review facts and function in the conversation. Questions 11, of course, provides an extra shot of reality. The test taker must name the probable lies told by the man. He referred to Bill Hare. He saw a movie and ate dinner in the space of 1 hour, which required two processes of inference. So, the conclusion is questions are stimulating someone to listen and respond. Dictation. Dictations have been used as assessment tools for decades. The difficulty of a dictation task can be easily manipulated by the length of the word groups, or bursts, as they are technically called, the length of the pauses, the speed at which the text is read, and the complexity of the discourse, grammar, and vocabulary used in the passage. Determining the weight of each of these errors is a highly idiosyncratic choice. Specialists disagree almost more than they agree on the importance of the above categories. Dictation seems to provide a reasonably valid method for integrating listening and writing skills and for tapping into the cohesive elements of language implied short passage. This is the example of dictation. The first reading has natural speed, no pauses, and the test takers listen for guests. For the second reading is slowed speed, paused at each slash break, and the test takers write. For the third reading, it has natural speed and the test takers check their works.
The third, selective listening. Listening close. Listening close tasks, sometimes called close dictation or partial dictations, require the test taker to listen to a story, monologue, or conversation and simultaneously read the written text in which selected words or phrases have been deleted. One potential weakness of listening close techniques is that they may simply become reading comprehension tasks. The example of listening close. Ladies and gentlemen, I now have some connecting that information for those of you making connections to other flights out of San Francisco. Flight 706 to Portland will depart from gate 73 at 9:30 p.m. Flight 1045 to Reno will depart at 9:50 p.m. from gate 17. Flight 440 to Monterey will depart at 9:35 p.m. from gate 60, and flight 1603 to Sacramento will depart from gate 19 at 10:15 p.m. So, test takers write the missing words or phrases in the blanks. Other listening close tasks may focus on a grammatical category such as verb tenses, articles, two-word verbs, or transition words or phrases. Listening close tasks should normally use an exact word method of scoring in which you accept as a correct response only the actual word or phrase that was spoken and consider other appropriate words as incorrect. And then the last one is sentence repetition. The task of simply repeating a sentence or a partial sentence or sentence repetition is also used as an assessment of listening comprehension. Sentence repetition is far from a flawless listening assessment task. So here is the example of sentence repetition.
I would prefer if you could call my cell phone rather than my landline next time.
So that's the sentence that a woman has said, and uh, the students have to write the sentence that has been said, and then sometimes it will be repeated twice.
Contoh soal berdasarkan KD Listening, kompetensi dasar 1.1 adalah merespon makna dalam percakapan transaksional atau to get things done dan interpersonal atau bersosialisasi yang menggunakan ragam bahasa lisan sangat sederhana secara akurat, lancar, dan berterima untuk berinteraksi dengan lingkungan terdekat yang melibatkan tindak tutur, menyapa orang yang belum atau sudah dikenal, memperkenalkan diri sendiri atau orang lain, dan memerintah atau melarang. And this is the example of the KD atau kompetensi dasar. Nomor 1 adalah raise your hand please, and this is the instruction. Listen carefully and choose the picture based on the teacher say. And the correct answer is D. The student can choose the picture that is suitable to the instruction above.
Contoh soal berdasarkan KD Listening. Kompetensi dasar yaitu merespon makna secara akurat, lancar dan berterima dalam teks lisan fungsional pendek sederhana, misalnya pengumuman, iklan, undangan, dan lain-lain. Resmi dan tidak resmi dalam berbagai konteks kehidupan sehari-hari. Berikut adalah contoh yang sesuai dengan kompetensi dasar. Directions. On the compact disc, you will hear some text. Each text will be followed by some questions. After you hear the text and the questions about it, read the 5 possible answers in your book and decide one that will be the best answer to the question that you've just heard. The task taker are given multiple choice and decide one best possibly answer. This is the example of the multiple choices. So we think this is the end of our group presentation. We do apologize for any inconvenient words. Thank you.